test.
Hello
Dota 2 fans, and welcome to another edition of the Summit to Europe Qualifiers, presented by Beyond the Summit, G2A.com, 100TB.com, and Twitch.tv. I'm Morris, please, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster, and do we have a special one for you today, Dota fans? We've got to talk. This is a huge game in terms of the playoff implications for the Summit 2 EU qualifiers. Take a look at the standings right now. Out of 12 teams, only 5 teams are eligible for the top 4. And this game has a massive bearing on which 5 of those teams will be eligible to make the top 4. Long story short, the fate of the hands of Natus Vincere lies in 2 of their former players in Kuroki and Puppy. Secret will decide whether Na'Vi will make it through to the top 4. I've got lots of cases to talk about with you guys today. Hashtag so smart. The odds right now currently on Dota2Lounge.com are 84% Secret, 16% VPP Polar. So this is going to be a rough one for them, says the public. However, in the Summit 2, we have that tiebreakers are first decided by head-to-head. And beyond that, decided by tiebreaker matches. So you can see that Power Rangers and Na'Vi have played all 11 of their games thus far, finishing at a very respectable 63.6% win rate of 7-4. Now, often you would say 63% in the group stage. That should do you well, should it not? Yeah, generally it would. But in this case, we've got the potential for Na'Vi to be eliminated via tiebreaker. So let's take a look at my diagrams here. Now, this is all assuming that C9, let's assume that C9 wins out here. Their last 2 games are versus Moscow 5 and Compass Gaming. 2 teams they're expected to beat. So kudos to my boys in C9 for having defeated a lot of their tougher opponents and leaving their last 2 games at teams that they should be fairly capable of taking down here. So let's assume they win and finish at 9-2, okay? There are a few cases that can happen on the top side of my diagram in which Na'Vi will be eliminated from the tournament. Now, the first case of so is that VP Polar wins today versus Secret, and Secret defeats Balkan Bears Corleone. Now, in that case, at the top left here, you would see the top 4 finish off as Secret, Cloud9, Virtus Pro, and Power Rangers. And therefore, Secret would face PR in the first round of the double elimination playoff bracket, and Cloud9 would face VPP. Now, it is important to note on the right, as we see here, that Secret defeated C9. So therefore, with a tiebreaker, Secret is currently 8-1. They have 2 games remaining. Cloud9 is currently 7-2. They have 2 games remaining. So if Secret only wins 1 game, they are finished 9-2. Cloud9 will finish 9-2, and Secret will win the tiebreaker. So the key point here is that since Virtus Pro defeated Na'Vi and Power Rangers defeated Na'Vi, the tiebreak at 7-4, the 3-way tiebreak, would be broken by the seeding of Virtus Pro, Power Rangers, Na'Vi. So Na'Vi would be eliminated from the top 4. Now, what is even more important here is that Secret, Secret still holds their bearing on their seeding here, because if Secret decides to play a few wonky drafts, being as they are already clinched into the top 4, because they can finish no worse than 8 losses, and there are only one other team that can finish better than 8 losses, which is C9, or even 8 losses, or 8 wins, I should say. Secret can decide if they want to be first or second with the Balkan Bears Corleone game, because even if they lose to VPP and are currently 8-2, they can lose to BBC and remain second to face Virtus Pro Polar again, or they can win versus C9, win the tiebreaker at 9-2, and face Power Rangers instead. So Secret has a crazy opportunity here, and that opportunity is they are facing Virtus Pro in 10 minutes. All right, I've got it auto-spectated. I'm so excited because this one means a lot. They are facing Virtus Pro Polar in 10 minutes. Virtus Pro Polar's tournament hopes, tournament lives are on the line. And therefore, Secret is going to see the best of their ability to play. They're going to see their most comfortable draft, arguably, or their most creative draft. They're going to see the best play from every player they have. So more or less what VPP is going to do here is they're going to show Secret their hand. And Secret has that advantage to see that. So perhaps, maybe, just maybe, Secret plays two very experimental drafts here versus VPP and BBC. They lose to both of them. They see VPP's hand, and they face them again in the playoffs on account of their own will. So Secret has total control over who makes it through and who they face in the case that they choose. Well, I don't want to say choose because I'm not saying they throw the game. I still say they play it well. But if they choose to try an experimental strategy that doesn't happen to work out, they'll eliminate Na'Vi in the process. And they can choose thereafter whether they want to face PR or VPP by winning or losing versus BBC respectively. If they win, they would face PR, as you see on the top left here. And if they lose, they would face Virtus Pro Polar, as you see on the right side. So in the case that Secret loses to VPP this morning, first of all, Na'Vi is eliminated by virtue of the head-to-heads, which you see on the right side. So since VPP defeated Na'Vi and PR defeated Na'Vi, the beautiful people at the summit have decided that head-to-head is more important than any other metric for tiebreakers, and I totally agree with them. That should be the way it is. And since Na'Vi has lost to both VPP and PR, and VPP beat PR, the seeding would go VPP, PR, Na'Vi, which eliminates Na'Vi from the top four. Now, there's of course a little more boring of an outcome here, and probably a little more likely of an outcome, but a little less interesting. So I'll talk about the bottom half of my diagram here. And the bottom half possibilities are if Secret defeats VPP this morning. And at 84% on Dota 2 Lounge, most of you expect that to happen. Actually, it's gone down to 83% as I currently speak. So at 83% on D2L, most of you expect Secret to beat VPP this morning. However, if you're hashtag so smart, you will realize that Secret may not want to defeat VPP this morning. Anyways, we'll talk about the second set of scenarios where Secret beats VPP. If Secret beats VPP, they finish at 6-5, and therefore the top four that we currently see of Secret, C9, PR, and Na'Vi is locked in. The only thing that can change is the seeding. So, if Secret beats VPP, they'll be 9-2. At worst. And as I mentioned before, that wins them the tiebreaker over C9. So by beating VPP here, Secret secures first place. They lock first place. Therefore, the only thing in terms of seeding that would matter is up to C9. So if we take a look at the right at our key points here, notice that PR defeated Na'Vi, PR defeated C9, and C9 defeated Na'Vi. So if C9 wins one of their last two games, one or more, as you see on the left side, they'll finish at a record better than 7-4 at either 8-3 or 9-2. And therefore, there is no tiebreaker between the three, and C9 will secure second place. So we expect them to do that most often. So we expect C9 to be second place or better because all they have to do to secure that is either beat Moscow 5 or Compass Gaming. Keep in mind they have lost to Compass Gaming in the past. I believe it was the Star Ladder qualifiers that C9 fell to Compass Gaming. However, we would expect them to beat at least one of those teams, and that would secure them second place in all scenarios here, as you can see. Second place or better, I should say. So that is the top left, the top right, and the bottom left scenarios. Now, if Cloud9 manages to drop both of their last games and Secret defeats VPP, then Power Rangers beats C9 in the head-to-head, but C9 beats Na'Vi. So we will have a Secret versus Na'Vi matchup in the playoffs and a PR versus C9 matchup in the playoffs. Now, here is the key to all of this. Despite their rush onto the scene and their immediate success in NVMI, so I don't want to take away from the fact that VPP has really impressed a lot of people in the scene, and their almost immediate pickup by Virtus Pro organization is indicative of how impressive they were. Most people in the Dota scene would consider Na'Vi a stronger team than VPP at this current moment. And that's what makes this game so interesting. Because if Secret were to decide to play a wonky draft, an experimental draft here, and lose to VPP in this game, Na'Vi is eliminated, and therefore Secret will not face them. Now, take a look at the bottom half of my diagram here in terms of the cases. Both of those, the consistent thing there is that Secret defeats VPP. Notice that no matter how Cloud9, Power Rangers, and Na'Vi shuffle, Na'Vi will always be in 4th place. Even if C9 lose 2 games, they will be in 4th place. Therefore, if Secret defeats VPP in this game, they will face Na'Vi, guaranteed. 1st seed versus 4th seed in the playoffs. So if Secret defeats VPP here, they will face Na'Vi, guaranteed. Whereas if they lose to VPP, with the Balkan Bears Corleone game, Secret can have their choice of Virtus Pro Polar or Power Rangers. So perhaps we see a experimental draft from Secret here, and they decide which of VPP or Power Rangers they want to face. Now, Power Rangers have been considered the Giant Slayers. They've beaten a lot of good teams. They've beaten C9. They've beaten Alliance. They've beaten Na'Vi. They've even beaten Tinker, if I recall correctly. Let me just bring this up, because this is a pretty interesting story here. In terms of their success in this tournament. So let me just rhyme off some of the teams PR has beaten so far. They've beaten Alliance, they've beaten C9, they've beaten Empire, they've beaten Fnatic, they've beaten Na'Vi. Their losses were to VPP, Tinker, Secret, and Moscow 5. So aside from Moscow 5, very respectable losses there. And no offense to them, but they're certainly considered a tier 2 team. So if Secret wins or loses to VPP and defeats BBC, which is a very likely outcome, they'll face PR. But if they lose both their following games, which really have no bearing on them being in the top 4 because they're already clinched at 8 wins, they will face VPP again. So the advantage that Secret has here in this upcoming game is that once again, they'll see VPP's best stuff, because VPP has to play their hearts out, because they have to win this game to make it through. And then they can choose to face them again in the playoffs. Quasi-choose, they won't actually choose, but by the outcome of their game versus BBC, they can choose to face Virtus Pro Polar once again. So therefore, Secret has all the power today in deciding over the top 4. C9 has a bit of power in deciding whether or not they are 2nd place or better, or they end up 3rd place under PR by losing both of their remaining games. But regardless, the point stands that Secret can eliminate Na'Vi by losing to Virtus Pro Polar in this game. Now, this is not to say 3-2-2 or anything like that. Secret does not have a bet on themselves, at least for all intents and purposes, or for all that I know. But if they decide to try something experimental, which is certainly not frownable upon, because they're already clinched into the playoffs. So the only thing that really matters now is seeding. And in light of their dominance thus far in the qualifiers, seeding shouldn't really matter to them, because Any team they can face, they are certainly capable of beating. But they have the chance of eliminating a strong team in Na'Vi, also a team that they were kicked from, also a team that has their former teammates on it. So, very, very crazy set of games for you today, starting with the most crazy and the game with the highest bearing on the future of the Summit 2 in Secret versus VP Polar. So get ready for this one, guys. Odds have again gone up to 84% in favor of Secret. But is the public hashtag so smart as BTS expects of them? We will end up seeing. So once again, take a look at the diagram here, folks. Secret have all the power in deciding who makes it through to the top 4 for the Summit 2 EU qualifiers. Now, if Secret defeats VPP, this is all a moot point, of course. The top 4 will remain, the current top 4 will remain the top 4. The only thing that can change is seeding depending on how C9 does in their last 2 games. If C9 wins 1 or more of their last 2 games, you'll see the bottom left scenario, where C9 will face PR in the playoffs and Secret will face Na'Vi. And if Cloud9 loses both of their last games, you'll see the bottom right scenario, where Secret faces Na'Vi and PR faces C9. Once again, note that in those cases, there is nothing that changes about the matchups. Nothing. PR will face C9, Na'Vi will face Secret. So Secret knows, this has certainly been made clear to them, if not by their own players within themselves, by a coach or someone associated with the team, that if they defeat Virtus Pro Polar in this match this morning, they are facing Na'Vi in the playoffs. End of story. If they lose to VPP, with the Balkan Bears Corleone game that they have later today, at the game that is at 21:45 CEST or 4:45 Eastern, they will decide whether or not they want to face VPP or Power Rangers. So after the first game, VPP defeats Secret. Let's be theory crafters for a moment. They will have a choice of whether to face VPP or PR. If they lose the game to BBC, they will face Virtus Pro Polar, which they've already seen in the game this morning, and certainly they've seen their best stuff because their tournament lives are on the line. Now, if they win that game versus BBC, you'll see the top left and they'll face PR. Now, a lot of people have considered PR the Giant Slayers. They've been very consistent lately, more so than I've ever seen them been in their entire lives as a team. Ditya is playing well for them. Shachlo is playing well mid. Shashari Cat is playing well in the offense, etc., etc. But Secret has beaten Power Rangers, so that's certainly something to know. However, most would argue that Secret would be privy to wanting to face VPP. And therefore, this game up against VPP next has massive, massive bearing on the future of the Summit 2. The long story short, Na'Vi's fate rests in the hands of their former teammates in Team Secret. If Team Secret tries a wonky draft this morning, tries an experimental draft, which is totally not out of the question, considering that they are clinched into the top 4, and they lose to VPP, Na'Vi is out of the tournament. End of story. And then with the BBC game, Secret can decide by winning or losing, not by throwing, by winning or losing, whether they can face VPP again in the playoffs or Power Rangers. And I certainly would never even call it a throw. It's tactical at this point because Secret is clinched and Secret has dominated everyone in the tournament. I don't even know who their one loss is to. I think it was Tinker, but I will check. It was actually Alliance, and Alliance is not even in the question to be in the top 4. So Secret has beaten everyone that is eligible for the top 4 except VPP. And if they lose to VPP today, they have the advantage of seeing their best draft and their best play this morning and being able to face them further thereafter in the playoffs. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff this morning. I did tweet LD Dota last night. You can check my Twitter at MRP_Dota. And he confirmed with me that if Secret wins this morning, PR and VPP are through with Cloud9 and Navi is out. So the first policy for breaking ties in the Summit 2 is the head-to-head. And we do have a scenario where the head-to-head is a deciding factor in terms of these 4 teams, because Navi has lost to all 3 of the remaining teams, being C9, Power Rangers, and VPP. So Navi lost to all 3 of them. So unfortunately, they only have 4 losses. But 3 of their losses are to teams that are currently battling for the top 4. So unfortunately for Navi, they did get a lot of wins. They do have a 63.6% win rate. But unfortunately, it's just not the right teams. They lost to C9, they lost to PR, they lost to VPP. And in fact, their other loss is to Secret. So they've lost to all 4 teams that are currently battling them for top 4. Of course, Secret is no longer in a battle because they are clinched. But regardless, we have a massive, massive game on our hands this morning, guys. Get excited, get hyped. So for all you risk takers, and all you trailblazers, and all you eyebrow raisers, and all you value bettors, this 16% odds on VP Polar may just be the greatest value bet of all time. So, get hyped, get excited, folks. This is real shit, bro. Real shit. And we have quite the game on our hands, which should be coming soon, very, very soon for us. So I think I just got an email from, or a piece of mail from U of T that is my mathematics minor. What do you know? Regardless, U of T, I love y'all, but we've got more important things on our hands this morning. Once again, guys, I am More HP's, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster and theory crafter this morning. This is the Summit 2 EU presented by G2A.com, Beyond the Summit, 100tv.com, and Twitch.tv. If you haven't already, still we have the China qualifiers playoffs to be played. Still, we have the European qualifiers playoffs to be played. Still, we have the SEA qualifiers to be played and a whack load of games in SEA before the qualifiers in the round robin. And still we have a whack load of games in the American qualifiers before the playoffs in the round robin. So there is tons of Dota to be played in this tournament. Go buy your damn compendium. It's $9.99 USD. It comes with the Dusky the Husky Courier, his loading screen, a Summit 2 loading screen, which you will see as I jump into the game momentarily. A ward from BTS with 2 different styles, and as well as the Demonic Essence HUD thus far. Plus, of course, let's take a look in game, because I'm not tired of talking about these playoffs, because it's more interesting than any game I've ever had to cast in terms of playoffs implications. But I think I've talked your ear off about it, so we'll hop into the game here, and you will see in the compendium we have a crapload of beautiful stretch goals as well. So far we've achieved, yes, Merlini will be back in the tub to do some interviews, much to his parents' dismay. I'm not sure if you guys know, but his parents were rattled that he was in the tub with another man. But you will get the Arctic Watchtower. You will get an all-star match that we vote for. You will get a tag team 1v1 tournament. And you will get a new mount in 28,000 contribution. The prize fund is almost 300 grand, guys. If we can get it to that stretch goal, we get a mount, and of course you support the players, you support a wonderful tournament, and thanks to BTS for putting that on. You get the cutest courier in the game, you see on the left. He's delightful. You get his loading screen, of course, and you get the Demonic HUD, which you will see in game as well for me. So you get, of course, a couple of predictions as well. As you can see, I have Cloud9 coming through here, Complexity coming through here, Malaysia, and Vici in all the qualifiers. So you can flame me for those crappy predictions, who knows. You can select the, of course, placement of those teams that do make it to the LAN finals. And you have this beautiful little maths done by K-Poptosis here. So each week there is a matchup with predictions for a certain new stat that you're given info on, that is comprised by K-Poptosis here. So more predictions, and of course you get K-pop looking very vogue with his guitar here and at the end. So a lot of good stuff in this compendium, guys. And so you certainly want to get it so you can continue to make your weekly predictions and earn real money. No, earn compendium points. But the game is starting, guys, and this is huge. As Al Michaels would say, huge playoff implications for us this morning. I'm excited. I hope you guys are. To all you value bettors, damn, you're hot, because you're making me hot, because you're risky as shit, and your hashtag so smart, which is what BTS is coining with this tournament. So we'll see what happens this morning. Of course, guys, I know you enjoyed my playoff implications. I'm going real L deep with that shit. But if you do want to see LD, I'm sure he's casting this game over at twitch.tv Beyond the Summit. And if he isn't, Ziori Gods or someone else very capable of doing so will probably be on it. But once again, huge game here. VPP wins. Navi's out of the top 5. And VPP is in. If VPP loses, Navi's in the top 5. And VPP is out. So we do have a full squad, of course, for VP Polar here. DK Phobos, Lil, Scandal, Illidan, and, of course, Go Black here. So VPP will hop into the draft. We'll see if we see a Huskar Ricky ban for Secret here. A little taking a book out of Team Malaysia and playing with a couple bans down. That will be indicative of what we said. Secret also has a full squad this morning, so crazy stuff for us all here. Elder Titan is the first ban from VPP. Gonna deny that up from Simba here. He plays the Doom, the ET, as well as the Nature's Prophet quite a bit. So Virtus Pro certainly have done some homework for this game, as I have. And we'll see Secret's first ban. They seem to be thinking about it, so I don't think we'll see a Huskar ban here. But perhaps they haven't looked as deeply as I have. Perhaps all they know is that with this win, they clinch first place. But they do have BBC afterwards, so that's also a clinch. They do ban out the Ogre, so no trolls here from Secret, but we'll see where they go with their draft here, folks. I am Orange Please, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster. Thanks again for joining me, guys, on this lovely Cheers Day morning or evening, or I should say late afternoon for those of you in the CEST region. Brewmaster is the brand from VPP, denying that up from S4 here. Who will we see for Illidan Storm Rage? You are not prepared, Team Secret, for the wrath of VPP here. They need to make it through, rolling into these playoffs here. They need to eliminate Secret's, a couple of Secret's former teammates in Navi, and one of Secret's teammates' former huge rival in terms of S4. He beat them down in TI, and perhaps he eliminates them here. From the summit to worth almost $300,000, guys. If you haven't already, purchase up that compendium, presented by G28.com, 100tb.com, and Twitch.tv, and of course the beautiful people at Beyond the Summit. So crazy stuff this morning. IO is the second ban from Team Secret. Virtus Pro will be denied up their IO. They're one of the teams that likes to run IO LC. They do run Legion Commander quite a bit for DK Phobos, as well as for Scandal and Illidan. And we'll see the first pickup for Scandal, Death Prophet versus Team Secret here. So Virtus Pro looking to end this one and end it soon here. Exciting stuff for you guys. Crazy playoff implications. I can't get over them. I think this is the most interesting matchup in terms of implications I have seen in my short casting career. And thank you guys for supporting me thus far, and please continue to do so. I will certainly be the one to continue to do this kind of homework. And thank you so much to Liquipedia for always keeping us updated with the current records of the teams and the cross tables during group stages and round robins. So Tide is going to be the first pickup for Simba here, and Earthshaker the pickup for Big Daddy. So two heroes they're very capable on and very comfortable with. So Secret taking this game extremely seriously, as we can see, probably are under the spotlight quite a bit in terms of the playoff implications here. But they'll pick up the Tide and the Earthshaker thus far. So Scandal going to be hard pressed to Yule's dodge that Ravage. And Razor's going to be the pickup from VPP. They're looking to team fight right into this Echo Slam and this Ravage. So VPP not afraid of them. They'll ban out the Viper as well and take that lane dominant matchup away from the VPP, from the DP for VPP here. Excuse me. So we'll see what the next ban is from Team Secret. They, of course, have been extremely dominant recently and in this tournament. They came second in Star Ladder, falling to EG in the end. So, very respectable loss for them. EG, widely considered one of the best teams in the world currently. So, if not the best, if you want to check out gosugamers.com, they have a pretty up-to-date list of the current standings overall. And currently... if I take a look at this, we do see EG at top overall. Secret second, Newbie third, Vici fourth, Cloud9 rounding out the top 5. So VPP looking to march their way up with a win over Secret here and a ticket through to the playoffs.
10 seconds
so
remaining.
Sven is the ban from VPP. Of course, they've done their homework. Sven run quite a bit for Kuroki for Team Secret. However, he's often run with the IO, so not sure that is the ban they wanted in that phase, but regardless, they deny up one of Kuroki's better heroes. Centaur is going to be the ban from Team Secret, and of course, DK Phobos plays a very good Centaur, so good ban from them. They also ban out the Timber, so perhaps they're looking to go for an illusion hero here, banning out the double edge, banning out the double chakram with the Aghanim Scepter upgrade, and the Whirling Death as well with the Timber Chain. So obviously Timbersaw, for obvious reasons, very good against illusion heroes, so perhaps a Terrorblade ban is in the works here. Obviously, Terrorblade also does well against DP. Splits up that Exorcism a little more by providing it more targets to attack. So I think Terrorblade would be a very appropriate ban from Virtus Pro in their next phase. But if Secret wanted it that bad, they can pick it right now. So they'll do a little thinking and chunk into their reserve time here. And we'll see. Perhaps Secret wants to face Na'Vi. So, as I had mentioned before the game, perhaps they want to be the ones to eliminate Na'Vi. But even if they lose here to VPP, they are in essence the ones to eliminate Na'Vi either way. So playing them or not playing them, Secret will be able to eliminate Na'Vi in this tournament. And they'll actually go for Puppy's Coddle here. So Coddle Earthshaker, very capable combo. Chakra Magic is able to mitigate most of the problems with early game Earthshaker, which is that lack of mana that he has. One Fisher is about 3/4 your mana pool early in the game, so often you have to begin with 2 or 3 Clarities, especially for a roaming Earthshaker. But with Chakra Magic, that's a pretty damn good combo, and it's also a very good counter push combo, which is the key here into Eye of the Storm, Aghanim's upgrade, and the Exorcism with level 4 Witchcraft. You certainly need the push. You need to clear that wave out and force the DP into backdoor protection, and therefore deter her aggression in terms of on your structures. So Skywrath Mage, immediate pickup here from VPP, something they certainly wanted. Ancient Seal, very good to deal with either the Earthshaker or the Tide in fights, and the remainder of the lineup as well. Not sure that you would want to Ancient Seal up a Coddle so much, but you can certainly blow him up, and that certainly helps out there. So we will see where VPP wants to go with this. Secret is going to respond. 20 seconds left, roughly, in their reserve time. And we'll see what they end up doing here. I just spilled water on my keyboard. What a noob. What a noob.
10 seconds remaining.
So hopefully my keyboard works for this. And they'll pick up the Tiny for Kuroki here on Team Secret. So Sans IO. We're going to see the test of the Tiny without his balls. Kappa. So without IO, we're going to see what can the Tiny do. Can he man up without his balls here? But he will have his shaft if he goes for an Aghanim Scepter. So thank you for being immature with me, guys. Dota 2 community. Gotta love it. No balls for the Tiny, but he may have a shaft with that Aghanim, and probably will, as it is basically a beefy Battle Fury for him. So reserve time finally going to be chunked into here for VPP. we'll see that they want to respond to with this Tiny. Perhaps a ranged carry is pretty good into Tiny. Perhaps an anti-mage with the magical resistance here. Avalanche, of course, magical damage as well as toss. So that entire combo is magic damage as well. The anti-mage able to blink out. So I wouldn't mind that pick here. Of course, they already do have the Razor and the Death Prophet, so they're probably looking for an offlaner more than anything. But the Tiny in the mid will probably be hard-pressed to find farm up against Razor or DP. So I still think we're expecting S4's hero here, and Kuroki will take that Tiny over to the safe lane. But perhaps we see the return of the ganker Tiny. So perhaps this is just a Blink Arcanes first for Secret for S4, and perhaps they're picking up Kuroki's hero in the last phase here. Treant Protector is the pickup from VPP, so more sustained for their push with that living armor. Of course, Leech Seed going to help the slow. Overgrowth couples well with both Eye of the Storm, Plasma Field, and Exorcism. So nice pickup here, potentially for Go Black. For VPP, they'll certainly see Scandal in the mid and DK Phobos in the offline. I think we're expecting DK Phobos' hero here, and the puck ban actually comes out for Secret. So unusual there from them. Perhaps they're expecting a Razor or DP offlane or a puck offlane. The extra control, of course, synergizes well once again with the Razors and the DP's toolkit. So Coil keeps you in place for that Exorcism, and then Overgrowth will keep you in place as well. And so Puck is still a good ban and still a very capable offlaner, but I don't think I've seen DK Phobos play too much Puck. So we'll see what VPP chooses to ban here. Perhaps they ban a Kuro hero, perhaps they ban an S4 hero, but with the Puck already banned, that's a nice ban on an S4 hero there. Of course, that Secret we're not intending to go for, but that takes something out of the minds of VPP. Perhaps they look to ban the Magnus here. Magnus synergizes extremely well with the Ravage and the Echo Slam and the Illuminate and the Tiny combo. So Magnus S4, very scary here. They'll actually ban out the Necrophos, and we'll see if Secret look to give Tiny to Kuro and pick up the Magnus for S4, or we'll see if they choose to opt for another mid for S4, or we'll see the Ganker Tiny +1 for Kuroki. So only 7 seconds of reserve time left. Secret going to pick this up soon, and it is an S4 Queen of Pain. Interesting stuff here from Secret. I like the flexibility from Secret. I like the experimental nature of their draft, and I do like the burst damage, of course, into a pretty squishy lineup of VPP. But as soon as Razor is able to get that mech up DP with that Yules, they'll get pretty tanky, and Secret will be hard pressed, but Secret will be very effective in the early game. So we will see Kuro in the safe lane on that Tiny, and certainly with Babysat being babysat by the Keeper of the Light, he'll find a lot of farm and be able to drop a lot of harass with his toss. So Nyx will be the final pickup here for DK Phobos for VPP. This is the Summit 2 Europe qualifiers. I am Morris, please, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster, and this is a huge deciding game in terms of the Summit 2 EU qualifiers. Once again, VPP wins this game, Na'Vi is eliminated from the tournament. If Secret wins this game, Na'Vi makes it through, VPP is eliminated, and Secret will face Na'Vi in the first round of the playoffs, regardless of what Cloud9 ends up doing today. So crazy stuff for you guys. Kuro gonna pick up the Tiny safe lane, S4 in the mid on the Queen of Pain. So interesting stuff for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me again. Throw the Twitch a follow if you can, as well as on Twitter at MRP_Dota, and check my VODs out on YouTube. The one for this game will certainly be up, as it's one of my more informed casts, at youtube.com/moreragepleasedota. One word, please spelled PLZ. So DK Phobos looking pretty cute with his maxed out styles here. For his Shadow Hunter gear. So he's watching a bit of Casper, as he should, being from the CIS scene. So Scandal going to go towards the mid lane on his Death Prophet with his Null Talisman. 5-man movement from Secret into their jungle, making sure they won't be warded up. They'll drop a ward down here. DK Phobos in the off lane, solo on his Nyx Assassin. He's been pulled 1 tango. He's got a set of tangos, a salve, a ward, and a stout shield. So we'll see where he elects to put this ward. He's going to have a hard time in that lane. Regardless, Lil in the safe lane on the Skywrath Mage. Golblack in the 5-position Treant Protector in the safe lane. And Illidan Storm Rage is up on this Razor. This is the Demonic Essence HUD, by the way, guys, that you get with the Compendium for Summit 2. So definitely pick that up. It's a beautiful looking HUD. We will see Simba in, of course, his signature off-lane role on the Tidehunter, looking pretty boss with his pirate gear. And we'll see Big Daddy probably block up the creeps for him here and go return to the safe lane on his signature Earthshaker. We will see, of course, S4 in the mid on the Queen of Pain, and Kuro in the safe lane on the Tiny, with Puppy on his signature Keeper of the Light in the safe lane as well. So we do see the creeps blocked up here by a Fisher, by Big Daddy. That'll help Simba find some farm early on. And looks like Golblack took some harass at the rune. Not sure who ended up picking that up, but we'll take a look at this mid matchup. The tournament lives on the line here for VPP, guys. Scandal should have a pretty good time. S4 as well. Queen of Pain has a very, very potent early last hitting ability, and you will see her take an early advantage here. And then probably start to taper off or even out as Scandal grabs up a couple levels. Simba being aggressed on in the top lane. He's going to get hit with a Plasma Field. Arcane Bolt to come in. He doesn't have a salve, and First Blood goes to VPP. Lil going to find that one. And there is a pause out from Big Daddy here. Not sure what is going on currently. Perhaps Kuro looked like he's backing up. Perhaps there's a DC. Someone's dogs are going crazy. It may be Flies here, as he perhaps looked away from the screen for a second and submitted or conceded First Blood over to VPP. So good start for them. Tournament lives on the line once again. So Golblack. So Baka. A little pun used by DK Phobos there. His dogs were going crazy. His puppies? Who knows? Double meaning there from DK Phobos. Really clever stuff. Obviously very sharp mentally this morning are the players of VPP playing for their tournament lives. So I'm way too excited for this game to be paused for an extended period of time, so hopefully we get these K9 issues sorted out here for you guys. Regardless, Ziori wondering, so it looks like Ziori is going to be the cast over on the official stream. Perhaps he's joined by LD, perhaps by a different analyst such as Merlando. But either way, good start for VPP here. Their camp is not blocked out. There's already some stacking going on from Golblack, and he will succeed in grabbing that, presumably, and will be able to pull the wave back and starve out Simba a little more than they already have. 2 last hits here for DK Phobos. So interesting to see him posture up in the lane against Kuro, despite knowing he's got Ziori. Despite knowing that he's got support behind him. So dog ate his daddy. Oh, it's Big Daddy's dog. So Big Daddy seemed to have got this settled here, and we are back in the game, folks. Summit 2 Europe. I am more HP's your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster. Mid matchup going well for both heroes so far. 1-0 on S4, 2-2 on Scandal. So excellent play from Scandal here to last hit up against S4. So he will drop a couple last hits under the tower, but no matter. Simba going to be harassed up a bit in the top lane. He will find some farm, though. With his Anchor Smash, he'll be able to mitigate some of the right-click damage coming towards him. Rotations toward the mid lane from Big Daddy. He's roaming and hasn't caught a point of experience yet here, but it looks like Puppy is doing quite well, sitting at level 2, at the highest, actually, just under Scandal. now on the board. Simba's rotated back towards the ancient stack. He's going to stack that up for himself. S4 going to find some farm in the mid with a Scream of Pain. So Gold Black doing some pulling here. He's got a double stack ready. He's going to try to pull it to the rear end of the wave and won't be successful in doing so, unfortunately for him. However, Lil's been caught out at the rune. He's going to go down here to S4. Will Scandal be able to rotate in? Doesn't seem like he's too willing to do so here. And 1-1 is your score. 2 minutes into the game. Return kill going the way of Secret. Lil gonna get caught out going greedy for that rune. One thing that's really looking up here for VPP is that Gold Black is finding farm, and God knows a Gimp Nyx Assassin is really horrible to have on your team. He's gonna get Fisher blocked out here though, as he's aggressed upon by Big Daddy. There will be an avalanche, a nice spike carapace to stop that. He'll try and TP out, but he'll get tossed up in the air. Impale gonna go out just on Kuro here. He's gonna waste a tango before falling to his eventual fate here, and Puppy will pick that up with an Illuminate. 2-1 is your score for Secret, and they're gonna need a little bit of recovery here. A Shadow Strike and a Scream of Pain goes out onto Scandal here. He'll be healed up by the Living Armor, and that'll stop a few ticks of this Shadow Strike, but he'll be just fine in this mid lane. Does he have a bottle coming out for him? He does. So Scandal doing well in the mid lane. 11-4 up against the 8-1 of S4. Of course, S4 was part of that kill earlier and is sitting just under him in terms of experience, as Scandal did stay in lane during that period of time. He will curl this bottle back to base here. Actually, we'll get Fisher blocked up from Scandal here. Simba rotating in as well, and he's going to be gushed up. Anchor Smash. Scandal going to go down in the mid lane. 3-1 is the score for Secret. Nice rotation over there from them, knowing that Simba not going to find much. However, Razor is farming well for Illidan. 2-1-1 build for him. He's got 24 last hits up against the 21 of Kuro's Tiny. So doing well, doing well. Big Daddy gonna find or secure a haste rune at the least bottom lane. There's a spike carapace here, but he'll pick it up. And nice mana burn from DK Phobos is going to stop his clarity there. He'll actually get blocked on the low ground. Big Daddy trying to stand there and block him up. He's going to get gushed as well. He does have a spike carapace. Doesn't choose to pop it before TPing. And ends up going down on the high ground. DK Phobos, after a very good start, feeding away a couple kills there. And not looking good in the early game for VP Polar. They certainly have an early game to mid game centric lineup. With this Razor DP Nyx Tricore, and they're gonna want to find some kills very soon if they want to be relevant in this game. A little harass going out onto Scandal in the mid lane. He's got his bottle and Living Armor though, and he's almost up at level 6. So Scandal is the one bright spot early game for VPP, other than of course their free farming Razor for Illidan. But other than that, things going very well for Secret thus far. And we will see if VPP is able to recover and transition into a very effective mid-game. Level 5 soon to be amassed here for DK Phobos. He'll drag the creep wave back, certainly, and find some farm here, if not at least levels. So he does find a couple last hits under the tower. Simba has rotated into the jungle. He's pretty low, but he's anchor smashing up some creeps here. Boots have come out on the courier. Those are Puppy's boots, and he chooses Elex not to take those with a full inventory currently with the wards. Simba gonna have to rotate back towards base. He is level 3, so is still a little behind DK Phobos here, having to rotate into the jungle, and he'll have to walk to base here, so that's going to be a bit of a hindrance towards his farm. But we may see someone get caught at the rune once again. Illuminate goes out mid. It does whiff on Scandal, and Gold Black, or actually Kuro will pick up a double damage, and Gold Black will pick up the bounty here. So Lil gonna drop a high ground ward mid to keep Scandal safe. Of course, there's a high ground ward on the other side as well. But they did not see the placement of this ward, presumably, as it is nighttime. So Illuminate coming out towards Scandal here. He'll probably get hit with this, and he does. Nice 400 damage almost into him before resistances anyways. So Gold Black has found his level 5.5, almost level 6 here. Kuro also free farming though, as well as the Razor for Illidan. So level 6 should be found momentarily here for Gold Black. Hopefully he's able to rotate and get some things done for VPP. And he'll find another couple of last hits here. And he does now ding his level 6 Vendetta online. Lil postured up in the mid lane, looking to defend up Scandal. Looks like Scandal is rotating back towards base. No, just blocking up his lane to drag that back a bit. S4 doing the same, letting the tank, the siege creep tank here so that the lane doesn't push too far down. And of course, Scandal going to rotate up towards the high ground. Big Daddy and Puppy are nowhere to be found. So Gold Black may get blocked up here with a Fissure from Big Daddy, and he's actually just short on mana. He's 8 mana short here, but he couldn't be reinitiated on. Gold Black, does he see them here? He does not. So things are a little bit scary for Gold Black, but he'll rotate back towards the courier and pick up his boots, walk towards base, grab up that Vendetta, and look to find that soon. Kuro has a Blink Dagger pre 8 minutes. This is going to be really scary for VPP's lineup here. And Illidan going to find some more farm underneath the tower. Scandal's got 600 gold to his name, as well as his Null Talisman, his boots, and his bottle. And full magic wand coming out here for Illidan, as well as the bracer. So it looks like he'll be building into a Drums of Endurance. And try to transition well into the mid game with this DP Razor Nyx Tricore here. Vendetta up Gold Black is going to look to find S4 in this mid lane. He's being supported by Kuro, however. And will they have enough to finish him off? Cryptstorm will be enough. S4 will go down. Big kill for VPP in the mid lane. And Kuro just slightly out of position as he walked up to the high ground to help out his mid laner. Simba going to be aggressed on. Will there be enough here? No, he's going to smartly TP out. No disable in this lane for VPP. So knowing that S4 was down, they go for that kill. However, Kuro rotating up towards the jungle. If he gets a combo off on Lil here, he will surely fall. And he's doing the smart thing, rotating around from the backside. Lil going to rotate down into the jungle just as you see him. Will he get an ancient seal off? He will not combo. And down he goes. S4 aggressing onto Illidan in the meantime. Blink is up in 5 seconds for Kuro. He's got a whole nother combo here ready for Gold Black. Will he be able to get it off? He does. Nice living armor by Gold Black. However, Sonic Wave not going to be enough. He blinks forward. S4's used his blink, however. There are TPs in. And one Plasma Field will clean it up with the Ancient Seal. Big Daddy's a little late to the party. Simba does not have Ravage yet. And Illuminate going to hit on 2. But with Scandal rotating in towards the lane, Illidan going to posture up a little bit aggressively. However, in the end, 1 for 1 in the top lane. Actually, 2 for 1 if you include the Skywrath Mage kill. But a fairly even trade overall. S4 going down does help out VP Polar here. We'll take a look at the levels currently. And we do see that it's pretty even across the board. Actually, Coddle keeping up very well here. For Secrets. So Treads picked up by S4, Phase Boots picked up by Scandal here. So equal timing on the boots for them. S4 will jump forward with a Scream of Pain and a Shadow Strike, but it looks like Kuro's a little late to the party here. There is support from DK Phobos. They do scout out Kuro with the tower, and he will blink to disjoint 1 tower hit. In the meantime, Gold Black and Illidan will not aggress on the 2 in the top lane, but Kuro rotates over with a combo, and he will kill off Illidan here real quick if they don't scout him out. Gold Black's going to scout him out, but he'll probably die here. Fissure, jump forward, nice disjoint here from Gold Black, and there'll be an Ancient Seal as well as a static link up onto Kuro. One more right click, Illidan will finish him off in the top lane. 1 to zip going the way of VPP, and they find the most crucial target. And that allows Illidan to assume the top position on the net worth chart here. And Gold Black almost going to find Overgrowth. Sitting at level 5, almost level 6 here. Puppy going to recall someone towards the top lane. That's going to be Big Daddy. He's going to drop an Illuminate on this wave, and it will not be eaten by any of the heroes of VPP. Illidan finding some farm in the bot lane. He's got 2,300 gold to his name. And we'll see if it was just a casual bracer or he finishes up his drums here. Courier is going out just some sentries for Gold Black. to do a little bit more dewarding here, and instant response from Secret. So arms race here in terms of sentry wards. Goldblack is ready and waiting with a Vendetta, and he will do that as soon as the Illuminate is popped from Puppy. But there are sentry wards here. They know that this was dewarded, and Goldblack thinks a little better of it. Big Daddy is here, however, and Goldblack just doesn't have vision of him quite yet. He finds him now. Fisher out onto Goldblack, however. A nice play by Big Daddy. And Puppy going to pop the ult in case he needs to recall one. He does recall Kuroki. That's going to sound the retreat of Goldblack. Jump forward from S4, though. He's going to get Spike Carapace up as well as Mana Burn. He's got no mana left. But a jump forward from Kuroki. He's going to head an Avalanche on 2. Nice overgrowth to keep them at bay here. DK Phobo is going to go down in the meantime. However, a Goldblack should make it away. There is a blink forward from Kuro here. Will he use it? He won't aggress behind the tower. And they won't be able to find Goldblack here for VPP. Scandal is the next target, sitting in the mid lane. And he's got a Bracer up and 1,000 gold. Well on his way to a pair of drums if he wants them. But it looks like they haven't gone on him yet. In the meantime, Illidan's been farming up a BKB. He's got an Ogre Club, 400 gold, and a set of drums. And looks like they're just VPP looking to dodge fights just for a small while. As Simba with a newly acquired Ravage and Arcane Boots, along with Big Daddy and Kuro farming into the jungle here. Scary times for Scandal here, but they do have this ward scouting this out. And Scandal will blink, but he'll still get hit by Kuro's combo here. Sonic Wave and a few right clicks going to be enough to bring him down. Do they have enough to bring down Simba? They do, but he gets off the Ravage as well as the Echo Slam. But Big Daddy, no follow-up for him. He'll go down. Nice TP rotation in from Illidan. 2 for 1 in the mid lane. Kuro getting recalled out, but he'll get hit before he does. Mystic Flare with the overgrowth going to finish him off. 3 for 1 in the mid lane for VPP. And Secret getting punished for their insolence here, going on Scandal. They do find a very important kill on the Death Prophet, but a 1,200 experience swing and a 1,000 gold swing in the favor of VP Polar, and they'll be happy to take that trade every day. In the meantime, Goldblack being aggressed on in the mid. Nice Spike Carapace to dodge the Enchant Totem Strike from Big Daddy, and he'll make it out just fine. In the top lane, however, Illidan is being collapsed on by 3. He'll static link up Simba, but he'll get hit with an Illuminate and a Scream of Pain. He'll drop out the Plasma Field. Nice living armor here by Goldblack to keep him up. He doesn't have a TP, however, and he will pop the Eye of the Storm. It looks like he'll go down to an Illuminate from Poppy. And Illidan going to be cleaned up. He was the highest on net worth. They'll even pick up a tower in the meantime. Big trade for Secret there. Back their way. Nice gold swing. 1,000 experience, 400 gold, plus the 1,000 from the tower. So that'll do Secret well in this mid-game. Does create some space, however, for Scandal. He's almost at a level 11 here, but he's going to get caught by Kuroki, perhaps. They don't have a ward scouting this out here, and neither hero, actually, Kuro does see him here, and he will blink forward with the Avalanche Toss combo, and S4 going to come in. They're going to clean up Scandal as well. Goldblack rotating over with an Overgrowth. He's smoked up. They do have Lil. There is this Overgrowth ready for 2. Ancient Seal up onto S4. Overgrowth going to be used. They're going to find S4 with the help of Goldblack's Impale and his Mana Burn. So nice return kill going the way of VPP. Illidan is in the mid lane. With 4 drum charges available. He's got 1,500 health at this point, as well as 900 gold on him. He's going towards that BKB, and he's going to need it fast. Simba, 15 minutes in the game, still about 850 gold. Well, he just picks up some gold there from the creeps. So he's about 700 gold from his Blink Dagger at this point. Currently 650 is the tally for Simba. So late Blink Dagger, but will be huge for Secret when they get it. Perhaps Illidan's BKB is up by the time Simba's dagger is up, and that will help him man up in these fights. Kuro is invis, gonna find Lil out here by him lonesome, and he'll pick him up with a nice combo. He's gonna get sealed up, however, and there's no Yules from Scandal. Nice TP out from Kuro, very smart play, good awareness from him. And Scandal's needing to find something. Recall into the mid lane immediately for Kuro here. So the Fisher's actually gonna whiff onto Scandal, but he'll be jumped in, Echo Slam. A nice silence from Scandal is gonna keep him up here. TP rotations are in. Illidan is chunking down Big Daddy. Plasma Field gonna finish him off. He's chasing down Kuro with an Eye of the Storm. Nice Avalanche is gonna keep him at bay for the time being, but he's gonna pop the drums. Blink away from Kuro. Illidan not gonna be able to find him here. So it seems. Blink is up soon. Plasma Field. Kuro actually going to try to use the fog to dodge here, but they do find him, and Exorcism's going to be popped bottom lane. Puppy looking to take out this wave, but they'll find this tower with relative ease. Glyph is popped, but they will aggress onto Kuro. Avalanche is going to whiff onto Scandal. He'll get tossed up with the living armor. Plasma Field, Cryptstorm, one more right click, and Kuro goes down in the bot lane. Nice spike, Carapace, Overgrowth, and the Impale onto Big Daddy. They're going to clean him up as well, and the tower going the way of VPP. 11 for 11 is the score. 17 minutes in. Nice trade bottom lane for VPP. Will that be the BKB up for Illidan Storm Rage? He's 200 gold away from that. He'll TP towards the mid lane to defend his tower up against S4. S4 going to put a little harass into him with a Scream of Pain and blink out. Impale's gone out. It looks like it whiffed on Puppy, but Puppy is caught in no man's land here. There is not enough for a Plasma Field, but a few right clicks. One more Arcane Bolt from Lil, and Puppy going to go down in the back lines. Living Armor going to try and keep this tower up mid lane. Will be successful at doing so, keeping it out of deny range here for Illidan and his squad of VPP. Living Armor is up again. They'll drop it on the mid tower, and Secret's going to want to push into this quick. They've got a Blink Ravage available with a smoked up Simba in the back lines. Will VPP get too aggressive for their own good here? We shall see. Go Black is off on the side. A jump in, and they're going to pick off Go Black with relative ease. However, the Blink Dagger was scouted here by VPP, so it looks like they'll give up this tower. They'll try to living armor it up, but it'll only delay the inevitable. 12 for 12 is your score. 18 minutes into the game. BKB up for Illidan now. Is this the timing window for them to fight into the Ravage? We shall see. Arcanes can be purchased up here from Gold Black. He doesn't have much else, and perhaps we'll look to do that. S4 finding quite a bit of farm. He's 300 from his Orchid. That's a big item for VPP to use that up on the Nyx or the Skywrath. If they use it on Illidan, that'll be a wasted charge or a wasted cast, as he'll be able to use that BKB charge to dispel it here. So rotations from Scandal into the Radiant jungle. He's got his Yules up finally. 18 minutes into the game. That'll be a big boost to the team fight of VP Polar, and they're going to want to look to take fights soon with this BKB, early BKB here for Illidan. Perhaps they look to go into the Roche Pit with an Exorcism and draw the fight out here from Secret. However, they have great pit fight with the Tiny, the Leviathan, and of course, or the Tidehunter, I should say, and of course, Big Daddy's Earthshaker. So, any other item progression to speak of? We do have the Orchid come out now. Puppy's picked up a mech as well for Secret. That's a big item for them. Gold Black on his way to another Yules, it seems, for his team with a Voidstone and a Sage's Mask up. And it looks like they will ball up mid lane. Vendetta up DK Phobos looking for Kuro here. He does find him clearing up the wave, but they don't want to look to go into that. Sentry's going to be dropped here. Vendetta expiring fairly soon, and it looks like Secret will back off intelligently enough in this mid lane, and Gold Black will rotate out of vision before his Vendetta expires. Doesn't want to let them know that that ultimate is on cooldown. Puppy's going to be caught once again as No Man's Land. He's sealed up, Mystic Flared. Impale going to hit from Gold Black. He's going to go down to a Mana Burn, or sorry, from DK Phobos, not Gold Black there. And Phobos will pick up the kill onto Puppy. Puppy creating space, but they know he's been warding here by virtue of him even being in their jungle, and perhaps Gold Black comes out with an immediate sentry, and he places it right on top of Puppy's ward. Excellent awareness from them. However, Blink Dagger out for Big Daddy now. That's 4 Blink initiations if you include the Queen of Pain for Secret here. So VPP going to be hard pressed to team fight into them. They're going to need the jump and need it badly. And Illidan's going to be able to have to be able to get off a preemptive BKB. Gem comes out here for S4. Interesting early pickup from Secret. 20 minutes in, he's going to pick up that gem and look to establish some map control for his team. Illidan a little bit worried in this mid lane. He's just finding some farm quietly. Gonna back off here. 1600 health with his point booster and treads on agility right now, so he's pretty tanky. So far, sitting at 9,200 net worth. Kuro just out net worthing Scandal. He's got a casual Vit booster building into his heart as well. Illidan needs to be very careful in this mid lane. Smoke rotation is around the side. from Secret. Will they look to go back towards mid? It looks like they think he's got support behind him and will rotate up towards the high ground. They're not going to find anyone, but perhaps they rotate back down into this mid lane and find Illidan. We'll keep a close eye on him. Puppey has scouted out Lil here potentially, and Illidan's going to rotate towards Puppey once again. They find him out with an observer ward. No, that's Puppey's observer ward actually. That's going to be dropped. No concussive shock going to be going out onto Puppey. Actually, probably was a good thing here for VPP. However, they're going to find out Lil. Easy free kill for the smoke. Not exactly the target they wanted, but they do find one with that smoke. And in the meantime, some farm going the way of everyone. 925 experience, though, is towards them. And they'll go immediately into the Roche pit here. They don't have the best Roche lineup for Secret, and in fact, jump forward, Echo Slam onto Illidan. He's gonna get ravaged up, and Sonic Waved. Illidan gonna go down as well as Goldblack before they're able to get off his BKB, and that's what I'm talking about with these blink initiations, folks. VP Polar gonna take a free, or Secret gonna take a free Roche after killing off Illidan. So unfortunate for VPP. They're gonna drop their highest net worth target and the Roshan, as this nice aggressive observer ward from Puppey is going to scout out the rotating Illidan. Excuse me there. Scandal does have his exorcism up, but he's not able to split push anywhere with it. And Secret going to take an absolutely free Roshan here and give it over to S4's Queen of Pain. Invisibility rune here is for Scandal. He's going to do some scouting. Perhaps him and Goldblack can find S4 and pop this Aegis in the mid lane. Orchid out onto S4's Queen, onto Scandal from S4's Queen of Pain, but he'll be Yules'd up before he can do anything. Nice play from Scandal there to deter the aggression from him. Force Staff coming out here for Simba. He's got the max mobility build for this Tide Hunter. They're going to need some more BKBs over on the side of VP Polar, but Scandal really the only other candidate to build one. And with this lineup, they just haven't gotten aggressive enough. So Secret doing a good job of drafting these Blink Initiators into this mid-game centric lineup of VP Polar. And the further we get into this game, the more Illidan's going to fall off. Kuro's only 300 from an Aghanims on this Tiny, so he's going to start farming up a Storm, sitting at level 13 above everyone on VPP. So they should be worried, and they should start getting aggressive here, and they're going to need some more semblance of map control, as S4 does have this gem available. Blink does come out for Goldblack here, so perhaps they can create a little more space and find some pickoffs with that. That will be a huge pickup for VP Polar here, and hopefully they're able to create some sort of momentum off the back of that Blink Dagger pickup. Kuro farming the enemy jungle once again. He's actually going to go towards this lane in the top. He does have a blink out, so feeling pretty safe he is. Goldblack and Lil going to rotate towards him. He's going to be found farming up this small camp here. Will Goldblack be able to get off an Impale? Vendetta used Impale as well as the Ancient Seal. They're going to whiff the Mystic Flare. Will they have one more Arcane Bolt? They do. Big kill for them two, bringing down Kuro in the mid lane. In the meantime, S4 going to be aggressed on bot lane. Doesn't seem like they've popped his Aegis or anything of the sort. Drum's going to be popped here from Illidan, but they won't be able to chase down S4 without any disable. He will catch a Mystic Flare to the face and will be silenced up, but Illidan diving really deep for this. Puppey's recalling someone over to him. Will it be Simba with the Ravage? It is, and smartly enough, VP Polar are going to back off as that occurs. So they do find 1-0. Kuro dies in the top lane. That's a huge target for them to kill right now. They need to keep him down, as he just picked up his... Actually, they got him before he picked up his Aghanim, so Kuro not being able to buy out before dying. Very big kill for VPP. They're going to delay that up, and smoke rotation is here from Simba as well as Puppey. He's going to rotate in Kuro with the recall, and we'll see if they're able to find out Illidan before he's able... He's going to scout S4 from the high ground, though, and he will BKB and pop the Eye of the Storm. Will they look to disengage off this? It looks like they will. Will S4 be sealed up? No, he will not, and it looks like they're just going to disengage. Illidan's 10-second BKB is wasted here, and we'll certainly see Secret get aggressive off of that. Goldblack going to use the Nature's Guise to protect himself here, and... it looks like he's trying to get in an aggressive position for an overgrowth, but S4 has this gem. So he's got to be really careful to not get orchided and blown up as he tries to walk into this fight. Surprisingly, Secret not looking to take this yet. Bounty Rune going to be picked up by Gold Black. Secret didn't want to look to take that despite Illidan's BKB being down. And S4 will bottle up a regen here in the top lane. We'll see if they look to re-engage here. Big Daddy's going to find Gold Black rotating up to the high ground. He's going to get fissured up, jump in, toss combo, cleaned up real quick here. Illidan trying to flank them from the back line, but we'll decide better of it. And Curl does now have his Aghanim Scepter for Secret. Things getting scarier and scarier for VP Polar here, guys. Tournament lives on the line. And Secret will take this safe lane T2 without any contest here. Glyph is popped from VP Polar, and they will look to delay that until Gold Black is back up. Doesn't look like Scandal's willing to pop anything bottom. He'll just push the lane out a bit. There can be a TP down from Puppy with a recall. Actually, he doesn't have a TP scroll at this point, so Scandal is free in the bot lane. He'll TP back to base, but there's no high ground push imminent from Secret, and they will look to take this tier 2 in the mid lane for their time being here. Is there a smoke from VPP? Doesn't seem to be one, but there is a Vendetta from Gold Black. However, there's a gem here, so he will be scouted out. He is playing pretty cautiously, so will not be picked off. But if he walks into S4 here, he will surely be orchided up before he's able to get anything off. And Secret will back out. Very intelligent play from them. Curl's going to be in the enemy jungle farming, however, with Big Daddy by his side. And it looks like they will find Simba here. He's going to be Yulesed up, but he will be Ancient Sealed instantly thereafter. He's going to force back. Curl's going to come in, hit an avalanche toss on Lil. Nice Echo Slam by Big Daddy as well. Scandal going to be fissured up. Will he be able to back off? It seems that he is. Illidan going to pop up the static link. Nice spike carapace from Goldbox, going to stave any aggression off. And it looks like Big Daddy will be the sacrificial lamb. Jump in Ravage, however. And the avalanche toss out onto Illidan as well. He's going to pop the BKB. Overgrowth's going to go out onto Curl. Will he be able to bring brought down Grip Swarm? And one more right click from Illidan will pick up Curl in the backlines, however. Scandal going to pop the Exorcism in S4's face. He's going to clean him up. And they find the gem as well. Triple kill for Illidan in the top lane. However, Illidan chasing down Puppy as well. Nice stun from Golbach. Blink in. They're going to find another. And ultra kill for Illidan in the top lane. VPP keeping their tournament hopes alive and extending this game. They're going to look to find this mid tower perhaps, which is very low at the moment for them and just out of deny range. 6 health points out of deny range here. Lil's going to look to flank someone who's looking to defend this, but the Secret wants none of that after that fight in top lane. VPP. Will they be able to do it? Will they eliminate Na'Vi in this deciding game in the Summit 2 EU qualifiers? Kudos to Beyond the Summit, G2A.com, 100TB.com, Twitch.tv for bringing us this Dota. And thank you, Dota gods, for this bounty. 5,300 gold up on Illidan. He'll be able to pick up his Aghanim Scepter from the side shop as he pleases. Courier is rotating over. Perhaps he looks to pick up a Heart or a Butterfly here. Heart would certainly be better up against the heavy magic damage toolkit of VP Polar. Looks like just going to rotate down the Courier for Lil here. And he's pretty behind on farm, sitting at last on the net worth. But Illidan, 14,000 net worth, 4,000 ahead of S4, who's the second highest overall. And looks like Scandal's going to be in trouble here, top lane. He's going to get orchided up. He'll use up S4, but he'll jump in, Gush, Anchor Smash. Nice living armor for him. Curl's rotating in. Nice double silence, but Curl going to be able to hit him with an avalanche toss. Scandal going to go down in the top lane. Illidan rotating in. He's actually looking to build up a refresher here. He does pick up his Ags, so nice recall from Puppy. He's going to bring Simba towards the mid lane, and Echo Slam going to be whiffed here from Big Daddy. Not sure if that was a misclick or he thought Golblack was walking by him. There was a sentry here, so perhaps he thought he saw Golblack. Living armor out onto this mid tower. VP is not aware that that Echo Slam was used, however, and they're not going to look to defend this tower 4v5. Plasma Field out from Illidan. He's going to get caught out with a Fissure. Jump in, Echo Slam, and Scream of Pain's actually going to whiff on him. He'll be mana leaked up, but he'll make it back towards the base, no problem. And Illidan, very risky play to nuke the wave after his T2 died. So really no reason for him to be out there in no man's land, but he does get saved. And will be just fine. Manta is out here for Kuro. He's really fat. Actually, no, he just picked up an illusion rune, I should say. And they will pick up the bottom tower here. He's looking for an AC with that Hyperstone in his inventory. Does he have anything else? It doesn't seem as so. So, Hyperstone plus 800 gold for Kuro here. We'll look to see if VPP ball up with that Aghanims and 1700 gold on Illidan. Nature's Guy is going to be used by Golblack here. He won't be scouted out doing so, and we'll look to find Kuro. Kuro's actually going to blink up towards the high ground, so they will not find him here. Illidan going to rotate and scout the Roche out, but it doesn't seem like anyone is there, and he will back off promptly thereafter. Actually going to walk right into the pit. Could have been very dangerous for him. This is not going to be scouted out, however. And they're going to look to sneak this with an exorcism here. Kuro's farming up the jungle. They see Simba in the mid lane. They see Puppey in the mid lane. And they see S4 in the top lane. A very cheeky Cloud9 style play from VPP. And they're going to find this Aegis for free. And that's only the second Roche, so no cheese quite yet. But Illidan, sitting at 15,000 net worth, is going to pick up that Aegis. And this is the cue for VPP to fight with an 8-second BKB still available on Illidan, as well as the Ags and the Aegis here. Will he get his BKB off in time? He doesn't need to pop it yet. S4 going to pop his BKB. Illidan going to respond to the zone. Overgrowth down on S4. S4 going to go down. Big Daddy going to be the next target. He's going to drop 2 for nil the way of VPP. Ravage not going to do much here. Puppey's going to get used up as he's trying to TP out. 3 for nil going the way of VPP. Cleaned up with one last Arcane Bolt by Lil here. And they're going to look to push down mid with this Aegis. And buyback is available for S4, but not for anyone else who's down currently. Kuro doesn't even have buyback if he's down. Simba does, and Simba's the only one with buyback aside from S4. And with this Aghanims, we'll see if Illidan looks to pop it here, or they look to just drop this tower and go straight for the high ground. VPP, perhaps they're going for the juggler here. They want to bait out some buybacks here. Kuro is split pushing, however, in the meantime. Doesn't quite have his Manta up yet, so he doesn't split push like a bow. But he does split push, and he is putting a lot of damage into this tower. Living armor is going to go up. Will they look to TP back? Mass TPs. Kuro going to be able to blink out, however, and Scandal will not get the Yules off. So nice play by Kuro to stave off the aggression, and unfortunately for VPP, they saved the Aghanims ultimate there for Illidan. It may have been off cooldown from the fight, however, and it looks like a refresher is going to be picked up as we speak here for Illidan. He's got just enough gold, sitting at 2,000 in addition to his Perseverance. We'll see if he looks to save for buyback, but he does have an Aegis currently, which is still up for another 3 minutes, as you can see with the timer, up for 5 minutes total. So VPP perhaps looking to fight again. Scandal, S4 going to be caught out in the top lane. He's going to have to pop his BKB. He's being recalled, but he got right-clicked to cancel that. However, he will make it out, as Golblack has nothing to cancel that BKB, but they do bait out his 9-second BKB charge, and Refresher is now out for Illidan, so he's going to be doing a lot of work in these team fights. If he's able to get off his BKB and dodge up the Ravage, that bodes really well here for VP Polar. BKB is up. 10-second BKB is up for Scandal now. If he's able to get that BKB off preemptively as well, with that Exorcism burning through the BKB of S4 and everyone else on the lineup, they can do a lot of work in these team fights. And still with the Aegis, we'll see if VPP look to aggress towards the base. Another 2 minutes left on that Aegis, just over that for VP Polar here. And Kuro going to do some farming up in the mid lane. He's got enough for his Assault Cuirass here, and we'll see if he looks to pick that up. Yep, he does have all the makings of it, and that will fly over to him. Treads, Ags, Assault Cuirass up for Kuro. 35 minutes in. Not exactly what he was looking for on this tiny, but still pretty damn fat. So they're going to need an Assault Cuirass of their own, potentially on the Razor for VPP or the Death Prophet. Of course, synergizes very well with the Death Prophet ultimate that is physical damage here. So 1 minute left on the Aegis. No, about a minute and 50 seconds. And Curl going to be caught out. Will he be ancient sealed up? He does. He falls towards the rune in the river. Big pickoff here. He just bought his AC. VPP doesn't know that, but they'll push down the mid lane at least to force his buyback, which is currently non-existent. Will this be the cue for VPP to take the game? Will this be the biggest misplay of Curl's life here? Well, I can't say of his life because it really means nothing here. Immediately up to the high ground goes Illidan. Ags refresher onto this T3. He's got a BKB available as well. Exorcism going to go out. They'll bring down this T3 with ease. Illidan getting pretty low, however. He's going to get living armored up. And they'll aggress towards the high ground with this Exorcism as well as this double Eye of the Storm. Jump in Echo on Tomb, but he's going to get sealed up. Big Daddy going to drop Sonic Wave on 3. S4 going to go down to the double Eye of the Storm and the Exorcism. And they're going to clean up a lane of racks here. Poppy's going to drop as well. VPP, are they doing it? They take a lane of racks for free, and they don't even lose their Aegis yet. Will they back off here? It seems like they will. S4 is the only one up with buyback up. 4,000 experience in their favor and 3,000 gold swing in the favor of VPP. They are looking good. 37 minutes into the game. And AC is going to be the next choice for Scandal here. Very good call from them. He's going to just keep the casual Vit booster and forget the heart for now. He's going to help the team out, help his Exorcism out, mitigate the damage coming in from the Tiny, and things looking good here for VPP. 20,000 net worth for Illidan. He's proving us all wrong, and he's going to argue that Razor is a late game hero here. With this kind of lead, though, any sort of hard carry will be able to aggress onto the opponent. He picks up Boots of Travel as well as a gem here. They're going to look to establish map control and starve out Curl as well as S4 for their farm here. And with the Tidehunter not being able to get his Ravage Bees up, VPP have been just rolling in these team fights. So Golback's going to be given the gem, actually. He's got Nature's Guise, so he'll be able to do a lot of safe D-warding here. And Roshan is not going to be spawning for at minimum 2.5 minutes here. So we'll see Secret actually looking mid lane. Curl's got a lot of support behind him, but Golback's going to scout that out. And he's going to blink out promptly. But Illidan going to pop Eye of the Storm as well as his BKB. He's going to go right in onto Simba. Curl's going to be silenced up. A jump in from S4, however. Nice 3-man overgrowth from Golback. Ravage going to go out. It's going to hit Illidan, though. Double Ravage going to hit Illidan. Will they be able to bring him down? There's no Exorcism here from Scandal. And a 2-for-0 in the mid lane going the way of Secret. Big Daddy's been found out by Scandal, however. It looks like Golback will go down, but Scandal's going to find Big Daddy. And a 2-for-0 still in the way. Scandal going to Yules himself up. He's still got an Exorcism here. There is no Ravage, but he will drop the Exorcism. Will he be able to clean up Curl? Doesn't seem as so. Golback going to find one. He's going to get right-click down, however, and Scandal going to have to go up to the high ground with that Exorcism. He's going to rotate down through the river. Nice fight for Secret there. They're going to find 3 for 1. And they do bring down Illidan. This is going to help out Curl's farm a lot. And he'll be able to start building towards that BKB of his own soon enough if that's what he chooses to do. So nice fight for them. Heart is going to be the pickup actually from Scandal here. So it looks like just a casual plate mail from him. And AC going to be the choice thereafter. Lane's going to be pushed in a bit by Puppy. He won't be found out here by Golback, but S4 will. He'll get Yulesed up. Will there be an overgrowth to follow? No, but concussive shot. He doesn't have enough mana. He's going to BKB, but he's going to get overgrowth. Nice play by Golback here. Will he be able to blink out? He will. Blink forward is from Golback, however. S4 going to look to make it out, and he should be able to do so. Will there be a Yules in time? There won't. He's going to TP up in the tree line, and they won't be able to find S4, unfortunately. S4 sitting at 40 to 100 gold. He'll be able to pick up his next item. Perhaps he looks for an Aghanims to upgrade that Sonic Wave. No, not the choice thus far. He doesn't pick up the 3 pieces of it in the base here. So we'll look to see what VPP does soon. Roshan has a full time spawn. Full 3 minutes for Roche. Oh, actually, it hasn't spawned yet, just quite. So about 10 seconds, we'll see when the Roshan spawns here, guys. 40 minutes in, your score is 26 to 21 for VPP. Illidan going to scout out this Roche. It is going to be a full timer here. Full 11 minutes on Roche. Not sure if that favors favors either team here. Golbak's going to scout out the 2 supports. However, Lil's going to be jumped on here and cleaned up really quick. Golbak not able to find the initiation as Scandal and Golbak were very far away from the fight. And Secret just looking to ball up here. Looks like they do have a gem of their own. Actually, they just picked that one up, presumably, from Lil. No, Golbak is the only one with a gem here still, so no gem. But 3k gold up for Kuro here, and that's looking pretty scary. Golbak's going to scout him out, but he does not have any support just yet. He's going to pop the Vendetta and look to find Kuro once again. They will find Big Daddy, so a little bit of a consolation prize. He'll get impaled up. Vendetta, Leech Seed. Will he be able to get off the Echo? No, they will walk away. The Leech Seed will tick him out. So Big Daddy going to be dropped by Golbak as well as DK Phobos here. So nice little pick for them. Doesn't get them too much. And Roshan, of course, still a max spawn for them. So unfortunately, they dropped the Echo Slam, but Roshan is not up. And they do see Kuro in this mid lane. Illidan will pick up some farm here. His BKB is at 5 seconds, so pretty scary for them. He does have his Boots of Travel up, and the problem is that all these outer tier towers are still available. And so they're going to need to perhaps just go straight throne for VPP here if they win a team fight, because these towers are very healthy in the outer lanes, and I'm surprised they haven't looked to take that off lane tier 1 tower yet. Unusual that you would see a lineup with a Treant Protector be down by 3 towers, albeit up by 1 lane of racks. So they're going to need to use Illidan soon before Kuroki gets too fat. He's sitting at 4k gold and farming up a Storm with this Aghanims. They're still looking for this Rosh, which is over a minute to spawn. Big Daddy going to be scouted out as soon as he drops a sentry here. Jump in, though, double overgrowth from Golbak. Illidan going to pop his BKB as well. They'll bring down Puppy and Big Daddy. Is it worth the BKB charge? We will see. Secret, everyone retreating out in the jungle here. It doesn't look like they'll be able to find anyone. Golbak going to blink forward. He's not going to find anyone. S4 baiting out as if he's dropping 2 illusions in this top lane. However, there is TPs in from Razor here. They're going to know S4 is real. He's going to blink out. He's actually walking back. And they don't actually scout that out, it seems. Illidan's going to be jumped in by Golbak. Will he pop the BKB in time? He doesn't. Ravage going to be committed as well. A nice spike Carapace here. And actually, BKB going to be gotten off by Illidan. He's going to get back. S4 is going to clean him up with a right click. Is there an overgrowth for him? No. Jump in. Another Ravage from Simba. A buyback from Illidan. He's going to TP into the fight. Nice Vendetta out onto Simba. Simba's going to go down here. And it looks like a 3 for 2. Going the way of VPP, but they do force out a buyback onto Illidan, and Kuro's going to be able to TP out in their face. No Exorcism used, however, and they will be able to go instantly towards Roshan, and it looks like that is their target. So, so far the buyback definitely not worth it for Illidan, but if they do get a Roshan, that will certainly make it worth it. And Haste Rune going to be scouted here. Roshan is up. Illidan going right into the pit. They do have an Exorcism here from Scandal. He's rotating in. Oh, they do not. He actually used it in the top engagement, but they should have enough to find this here. Living Armor going out onto Illidan. He's going to have to back off for at least 1 charge of that to heal up a bit. But doesn't elect to do so. Golbak's going to scout out Big Daddy. He's going to Echo Slam up DK Phobos. And jump in. Overgrowth going to whiff here from Golbak. Kuro going to look to fight into them. BKB's pop galore. DK Phobos going to go down. Illidan going to get right click down from Kuro here. He's going to look to TP out, but they'll clean him up. And that's a dieback. And a Roshan going to go the way of Secret here. There is a BKB TP from Scandal. He's going to elect not to use the BKB, but he will make it out. Nice silence from him. And Blinding Light not going to be here soon enough. Simba going to rotate in. They're going to take this Roshan for free for the side of Secret. So big overgrowth whiff there from Golbak, unfortunately. And DK Phobos and him not able to pick off Big Daddy. A nice instant Echo Slam, able to use that 0-second animation time for Big Daddy to stave off DK Phobos' aggression. Perhaps he should have just popped that Spike Carapace there, and is a little too greedy and conservative with it. 2,200 gold is out for Scandal. He's saving his buyback right now. They're going to have to wait till Illidan is up to do anything. And Illidan does have an ultimate orb, so perhaps he's building into a Sheep. Could be a Scotty here, but I think Sheep is a really good item for them to control up Kuro or S4. S4, of course, has a 5-second BKB. At this point, he's used it quite a bit. as does Illidan. So perhaps it could be a Manta for Illidan, but that's probably the least likely of the choices, just to break the Orchid. Really not worth it. Simba jump forward, not willing to commit a Ravage for Lil, and they'll make it out just fine. Still the 1 Rax advantage for VPP. Big Daddy actually going to be caught out elsewhere, so it looks like DK Phobos found him. Kuro is going to be scouted out here. He's got the Aegis, though. Blink Impale's actually going to whiff, and they're going to get the combo off and a Ravage onto 2. And BKB is popped by Scandal. He'll pop the Exorcism as well. Golbak with a nice Overgrowth is not going to catch on Kuro, however. And Sonic Wave in the backlines, they'll be able to pick up DK Phobos. However, Illidan rotating in. He's going to refresh up and drop that second Eye of the Storm. Kuro's Aegis is going to be popped here. Will they have enough to take him out? S4 going to blink in. He's going to cheese up. Kuro's going to have his kit there, but BKB is popped nicely by Illidan. Poppy's going to go down as well. Yule's up onto Kuro. He's caught in no man's land. Is there a second Ravage here? There is. It hits on everyone. Ancient Seal is up on Kuro, however. He's going to drop as well to the Eye of the Storm. Simba is Yule's up. He's going to drop as well. There's buybacks for everyone on Secret, however. But a nice fight nonetheless for VPP. 4 for 1 in their favor. Big Daddy dying earlier. And that's going to be a 10,000 experience bounty going the way of VPP. A 5,000 gold swing in their favor almost to that effect as well. Pause is here from DK Phobos, guys. And this is probably one of the more exciting games of Dota I've seen in a long time. Quick pause, thank God. And Blink Yule's gem, 3,000 gold as well, up for Golbak. They'll finally take this offlane tier 1, it seems. There is a buyback from S4, as well as the jump-in Echo Slam from Big Daddy. And they're going to find out Illidan here. He's going to get Living Growth up, but he will be brought down to one last Enchant Totem Strike from Big Daddy. Big kill for the combo of S4 and Big Daddy. Scandal will TP out in the tree line. They will finally find that T1, but not worth Illidan's death here. As you can see, he feeds 3,000 gold over. But buyback is not available for Illidan, as you can see. But it doesn't look like Secret's willing to push down. They don't want to buy back on Simba and Kuro. And 225 is the buyback counter here. The buyback gold was available for Illidan, but not the timer here. He's got 2,100 gold. Shiva's is going to be the pickup here from Scandal, so that'll help them out with the armor a bit up against Kuroki. And but they are able to bring him down. We'll take a look at the net worth once again. And as you can see, buybacks available for most heroes here on the side of I was going to say VP Polar, but actually only 2 buybacks available currently. Mostly of them are down by gold. Illidan's and S4's. As you can see, S4 with that crucial buyback to kill off Illidan are down. So 48 minutes in the game, 36-28 is your score. There's a blink from Golbak here. But Kuro going to be spotted out in the mid lane. Good thing he didn't go in there. And they do scout S4 in the bot lane. He's got a Shiva's of his own, excuse me, and he's also building into a Hex here. Rod of Aoi, Force Staff Mech, up for Puppy here, so not doing too poorly on this Keeper of the Light. He's actually above DK Phobos in the off lane. Simba has the Refresher, of course. You saw it used in the last couple fights, and in 10 seconds they will have the double Ravage up. 5 minutes is the count, so the Aegis would have been expired had they not popped it in the top lane. But Yasha is up here for Kuro. He's going to look for that Manta soon. Recall to S4 into the mid lane. Golbak going to look to find out Kuro perhaps. And they are porting Illidan in here. Big Daddy drops a sentry. He'll be able to echo up DK Phobos. Jump in from Golbak. Fisher's going to hit on 2. Kuro's going to come in. He's going to get Ancient Sealed up, however. He's going to pop his BKB, but a nice overgrowth from Golbak is going to hold him in position. And a 2 Eye of the Storms, but Illidan going to get tossed away. Beautiful play by Kuro. Break forward, however, from Golbak. He'll use him up. Kuro's going to be down here, falling to a Crypt Swarm and an Impale from DK Phobos. Actually, the mana burn's going to be what cleans him up. Will Puppy be used up? He does. They're going to find a 2-0 here. A nice mana burn as well for VPP. Buyback is not available for Kuro, guys. And buyback is available for Puppy. Will they be able to go right in? It doesn't seem as so. Illidan had to come back. Once again, nice play from Secret with a split push. And they're going to force back VP Polar, but they do take out Kuro here. That's an Assault Cuirass. Oh, I thought I was clicked on Razor. No Assault Cuirass up for them, but 2,000 gold up for Scandal, 3,600 gold for Illidan, and in the meantime, they're going to find Simba, Ancient Seal him up with Goldblack and Lil, and they're going to have to blink out on S4. He's going to get Spike Carapace up, however. Going to have to pop his BKB. Not going to lose anything there, though. It is a 5-second BKB, but it is already down, and unfortunately, they're not going to be able to scout out S4. He will blink into the tree line and TP out with due haste. So Kuro is still down for 25 seconds, but it doesn't look like VPP going to find an objective off that. Minimum spawn time for Roshan is 2 minutes. And Lil going to be Nature's Guys up here. He's got a Veil for his team, so not a bad pickup for him, as well as the Force Staff here. So they will look to take this T2 in the top lane. However, Double Ravage is up here. Eye of the Storm going to be popped by Illidan. They should probably look to just take this and back as soon as possible. And it looks like that will be the call from VPP. Force Staff forward from Lil. They'll look to see if they find someone defending here in the mid lane. Actually, Yule's up is S4. He's going to blink out into the tree line. Nice blink from him. Jump forward. Mana burn from DK Phobos. He's chasing him down. Nice Spike Carapace there. He was expecting a re-engage from Kuro, but S4 will make it out once again. And thank God he's got this 5-second BKB because he would have wasted just now 2 very important charges for his team. No ward here to scout out Scandal, and it doesn't look like they'll be able to pick him up, but an immediate smoke movement from Secret. Will they find Scandal or Goldblack or Lil here? It looks like Lil and Goldblack were Nature's Guys up, and DK Phobos may be able to pop the smoke here mid lane. Looks like Secret will be content to back off and continue farming as Illidan pushes out the bottom lane. Will he be able to pick up a Hex here? Not exactly sure. Maybe a Scotty. We'll see. Just a gem on the couriers thus far. Illidan probably saving for buyback would be the smart thing to do. He does pick up a Mystic Staff, so it looks like a Hex here from him. Jump in middle lane is out on towards DK Phobos, though. He'll get nicely defensively used here, and Ravage will hit on 3. Illidan not able to pop his BKB. They get Sonic waved up. Nice cheese from Scandal, though, it seems. Actually, Lil was the one hit by that. Curl's Overgrowth. Exorcism doing work into him. Ravage is not going to hit on Scandal. Curl's going to go down here. 2 for 1 totally so far. A nice Fisher block here, but Simba's going to be the next target of choice. He's going to try and TP out on the high ground. He will be able to do so. 2 for 1 in the mid lane, and Curl's buyback is now available. As you see, for the side of Secret, actually, they have everyone's buyback but S4's and Big Daddy's. S4's is up in a minute. Big Daddy is short on gold here, so VPP probably not going to push into this one. 46,000 gold up here for Goldblack. We'll see what he looks to buy for his team. Perhaps he's the one to pick up the Assault Cuirass. The Assault Cuirass is sitting at about I want to say 5,300 gold, so he's a little bit short of that. 2,000 plus 1,400. Puppy's going to be used up here by Goldblack, however, and he'll try to force up to the high ground. Won't be able to do so. No re-engage here. Illidan going to pop the BKB just in case, but it is a 5-second BKB. Puppy is one of the heroes who had buyback for Secret, however, so they will probably not to look to press the attack off of this one. But back to my point here, 3,900 plus the recipe is Assault Cuirass, so about 5,200 is the price on that item. So Goldblack still a bit a ways away from that, and looks like Scotty may be the next pickup here for Illidan. He's got a casual point booster. He does have his Hex now, which is a huge item for VPP, and he will be able to do a quick bit of scouting here. Simba is in the tree line. Goldblack gonna look for him. Not going to find him. Simba was unable to see Goldblack, but the reverse was true as well. So nice play by Simba defensively into the trees. If they bring him down there, that could sound a high ground push for Secret. However, Goldblack going to be able to scout out Big Daddy here. Blink forward, nice Yules. Will the Echo Sign be there? Nice Impale Ancient Seal as well out onto Big Daddy. He's going to drop. Courier almost came in for death as well. S4 was ready to re-engage, but beautiful synergy of abilities used there by VPP. They'll find a nice little 2,000 experience bounty off of Big Daddy. And S4 going to push out the mid lane. very aggressively here by his lonesome. He's going to rotate up to the high ground towards the large camp where his hard carry is in Kuro's Tiny, farming the enemy jungle. He's got 3k gold on him. His BKB is down to 6 seconds, so only one more 5-second plus charge for Kuro here. And it looks like they're going to take a Roche though for VPP. This is going to go uncontested. They will keep DK Phobos in the top lane to stave off any aggression here. Hopefully he doesn't open onto S4. Kuro is in the backlines. Kuro is going to be able to blink in. Spike Carapace was available. Nice blink out from DK Phobos. And Kuro worried about the support. However, the entirety of their team will... Oh, DK Phobos, nice Spike Carapace mana burn. Won't be able to bring down S4 here. But he will find Kuro out, and Immortality found for Scandal here, and nice recall by Puppy, but it's going to be canceled by DK Phobos. Again, the mana burn is going to be able to cancel the blink, but Kuro's going to be able to walk away. Luckily for him and his team, concussive shot's going to go out onto Puppy mid lane. He's going to force up to the high ground, and he will be able to save his own life there with that Force Staff. Any other item progression coming out? S4 has not found a Hex yet. Kuro may have something fairly soon, and nothing else out for Secret here. Cheese is up for DK Phobos. He's got a heart on this Nyx Assassin here, as well as his Ghost Scepter, so he's very survivable. He'll be able to get off his toolkit time and again in these fights, so that's a big utility here. And as I mentioned, Gold Black is the one to pick up the AC for his team. This Treant Protector, 60 minutes into the game, has an AC which is huge for VPP up against Kuro. Allows them to negate the effects of Secret's VPP, or Secret's AC, as well as synergize as well with the Death Prophet here. Scotty is up for S4. And in the mid lane, it looks like they caught out the Aegis of Scandal. He'll be able to pop his BKB, however, and does choose to do so. He's going to pop the Exorcism, look to re-engage. Everyone blinking out from the side of Secret. Looks like Puppy will be the sacrificial lamb for them. He'll get Ancient Sealed up and killed with the Impale, and they will look to go down mid lane. Blink forward from Gold Black. He's going to find Simba with an Yules. Nice Spike Carapace, but he won't be able to impale him. And Exorcism is over half the duration down now. Will VPP get aggressive with Puppy down? There is a buyback. Looks like they'll just try to take this top lane of Rax. Instant buyback. Ravage on 4 from Simba. Sonic Wave out onto many of them as well. Illidan going to drop here. They're going to finish off everyone. Scandal was able to get the cheese off, but another Ravage from Simba. And VPP way too aggressive off the death of just the Keeper of the Light. There will be a blink out here from Gold Black. He will be able to make it away with his Vendetta. And he will be the only survivor here. Buyback is available for everyone except Gold Black here. So as you can see, Gold Black and the Nyx Assassin, but DK Phobos is alive. So they will be able to defend their racks here. There is 2 Eye of the Storms available in 15 seconds. No Exorcism, however, for Scandal here. And the mid lane is pushed out, so there won't be able to be a ratting attempt here. DK Phobos tries to pick off Big Daddy in the backlines. Glyph going to be popped. Instant buyback from Illidan as well as Scandal. Will they TP forward? They should. There is no Ravage for Simba here. Kuro going to blink out. Will DK Phobos be able to find one of them? He does not. But he may be able to blink forward with a Yules fairly soon. He does Vendetta. He will find them. Oh, but the gem is going to pop here. Nice Spike Carapace. Illidan going to pop both of his Eye of the Storms. Gold Black very tanky with that Ghost Scepter as well as the Heart here. Concussive shot going out onto Kuro. They're going to find S4. Will they find a return onto Puppy here? Yules will be up soon for DK Phobos. Arcane Bolt is going to scout him out as well as the Plasma Field. Will they be able to pick up Kuro here? Scotty's going to slow him down. Concussive shot as well. He's going to force up to the high ground. Nice blinding light from him. And the Mystic Flare going to completely whiff, but Puppy going to be forced down to the low ground. Big Daddy going to be able to blink dagger away. 4 staffs everywhere. And Keeper of the Light is down without buyback. S4 does have buyback here. So hopefully VPP does not get aggressive, and they're happy with their spoils there. Not much of a swing in their way. About 3,000 gold, about 3,000 experience. Not going to be enough to entice them to push onto the high ground. Eye of the Storm is up in 10 seconds, however, and BKBs are at the ready. DK Phobos is scouting out Big Daddy. He's looking to cancel TPs, but they find him, actually. He's very tanky. Will he get a Spike Carapace and the Ghost Scepter off? He does, but there's another another enchant totem. Not going to be there in time. DK Phobos is going to survive. In the meantime, tier 4s are being pushed. Glyph is popped here. Buyback from S4. Will VPP look to back off? Jump in Orchid up onto Scandal. Nice Fisher out onto him as well. He does have the BKB, however, and a nice Ancient Seal Crypt Swarm up onto Big Daddy. Will they finish him off? No, he's going to be defensively forced out by Simba. Curl going to be caught in no man's land here. He's going to manta up. Scandal's going to drop to the Sonic Wave, as well as a few right clicks here. But Illidan's going to get picked up by the Ravage on 2 from Simba. Orchid onto DK Phobos. BKB popped by Simba, but he's going to get right clicked down by Illidan here. And looks like Simba will force staff away and make it out. Will Illidan be able to clean him up? DK Phobos Plasma Field not going to be enough to find Simba. And Illidan going to have to back off here. He's force staff, but not quite to the low ground. He'll get caught out. Nice defensive Yules onto Curl, but Enchant Totem going to pick up Illidan. He's down for 110 seconds with no buyback. Will this be the opportunity for Secret to push high ground? They do not have buybacks. They do have them on Curl and Simba. And there are no buybacks on the side of VP Polar. So easy racks here if Secret so chooses. DK Phobos, Lil, Golblack going to be tasked with the job of defending their racks here. And it looks like Secret perhaps willing to look for the Roshan here. Actually just going to farm up their jungle for a bit. So Hope's still alive for VPP. If they're able to get Scandal back up, he will have Exorcism about simultaneously as he respawns. But Kuro's going to be able to push out these lanes. He's got Boots of Travel. So his team will simply push out this mid lane. And they will definitely lose mid racks, if not tier 4s here. For VPP, they're going to need a beautiful Overgrowth as well as some nice Impales. There is a Ravage available here for Simba, but they'll just put some right-click punishment into the tower here, and they might go directly for tier 4s here. They don't know that buybacks are down, but they will know soon, as this Rax will not be defended. And they will find that real quick here. Lil gonna try and find one out with DK Phobos, but does look like DK Phobos is able to make it out with a blink. 2 lanes of racks go the way of Secret. Scandal is now up. DK Phobos actually gonna fall in the back lines. He has an instant buyback here. Blink out from Golblack will secure. Yule's up from Scandal. Shiva's guard onto Curl. He's going to get Ancient Sealed up. He's going to be forced to pop his BKB. Jump in Ravage, however, is onto Scandal. Echo Slam as well. He won't have anything here, and he's going to be down for 99 seconds. However, Illidan is respawning now, and it looks like there will be an Impale out onto Curl. A nice mana burn. He's going to be Yule's up as well. BKB pop from Illidan. They will find Big Daddy on the sidelines here, who is looking for an Echo, and Curl will not go down in the meantime. Golblack does go down. They're looking to aggress onto Illidan. He's going to chase out Big Daddy with an instant buyback TP in. He's going to be able to fisher up Illidan, and it looks like Secret going to back off for the most part. Curl going to look to push out the mid lane before he leaves, and will be successful in doing so. Spike Carapace is available here. It does not catch Puppy. Just a fraction of a second too late for Golblack, but he does have a blink forward Impale for Puppy as well as Curl. Can he catch them both in the choke point? He does. Yule's up onto Puppy, but he's gonna dodge the Impale with a Force Staff, unfortunately for Golblack here. And Puppy does not have a TP, however. DK Phobos gonna guess wrong, and he will see him here. And there is a Force Staff available in 5 seconds for Puppy. However, Mana Leak gonna be used to stave off DK Phobos' aggression here. And DK Phobos just gonna have to back off. So good fight for Secret. They still have buybacks on Simba as well as Kuroki here. 3 minutes till S4's buyback, and Scandal's buyback is down for another minute. So 2 lanes of racks for Secret there. They could have easily won the game if they had thrown it, but they take the safe play, not knowing the buyback status of VP Polar there. And if Scandal was able to stay alive near the tower here, they take that fight handily and perhaps look to push Throne here. But items coming out for anyone here. Kuroki picks up his Daedalus. So big item there.
for Secret here. Nothing else for Scandal. He's got an ultimate orb, I guess, building a hex of his own. Didn't really see the effectiveness of Illidan's hex there in the top fight, but perhaps we see it the next fight. He's got 4k gold. His buyback is down for 25 seconds. They need to be real careful here with Scandal in the mid lane. And they're just trying to push the creep wave outwards here. Kuroki does not have his blink anymore, so he actually dropped his blink. A jump in Echo Slam is onto DK Phobos. He's one of the heroes who does have buyback here. Actually, he doesn't. He's down for 116 seconds. And this may be the cue for Secret to push. Any buybacks from anyone else here? No. DK Phobos is down for 4 minutes. Illidan does have his buyback up. So does Lil. But it looks like Secret will find a free Roshan here for their troubles. And what a game we have for you folks. If they pick up this Aegis, they won't be able to pick it up on Kuro unless he drops his boots. And it looks like they'll pick it up on Simba to ensure that they get these Ravages off. And that will be the plan for Secret. I'm going to be the one. S4 going to pick up that Aegis. Does still have her boots, so was not totally 6-slotted. And drops just a bottle for S4. So they will look to push now into the mid lane. DK Phobos is down big part of their team fight here for VPP. Kuro going to be aggressed onto BKB, going to be popped. He's going to bait that out from Illidan. They know he doesn't have Aegis here, but Illidan's BKB is going to be down very soon, and they need to be careful for this re-engagement. Ravage is going to come out now, but they bring down Kuro before the Ravage, and Simba not able to re-engage here. Instant buyback from Kuro, however. He's going to TP up towards this top lane. Will they be able to seal up Simba? It remains to be seen. BKB pop from Scandal. He's going to pop the Exorcism as well. Silence out onto Simba. They're going to look to re-engage as this BKB goes down. Illidan, be careful, bro. He's sitting in the front lines, very vulnerable to this double Ravage here. And they will just look to take the racks, actually. Kuro just going to beat into that. Living armor out onto Illidan. They will pick up S4, though, and that's the Aegis. No. Nice re-engagement. A double Ravage out onto Simba. There is an instant buyback for Illidan. He's TPing in Echo Slam onto Scandal. And the Mystic Flare will pick up Big Daddy. DK Phobos is respawning here. There is no overgrowth from Golblack. They do get Mega Creeps up, but S4 is going to fall for his troubles. And we look at the buyback status here. S4's buyback is available. Yules, however, is up onto Puppy. Puppy's going to be cleaned up here. He's getting silenced up. He won't be able to use that Force Staff, and will get cleaned up. He has buyback as well. Big Daddy is the only one without buyback. For VPP. Illidan going to have to TP towards the mid lane, push that out instantly. And with Mega Creeps, VPP perhaps look to just take this game. However, there are Boots of Travel on a few heroes here. Actually only on Kuroki for Secret, so he can split push down. They're going to leave Lil back, but he'll get right clicked in 2 hits from Kuro. So risky play here. Puppy's going to buy back instantly. S4 has the buyback as well. Big Daddy does not. Golblack going to pick up his Boots of Travel here. Veil of Discord comes out for Puppy. They may find Simba in this mid lane. Golblack's going to find him. However, he's going to be susceptible to this initiation from Kuro. There is no blink for him, however. Recall. Nice spike carapace from DK Phobos, but he'll get pushed to the low ground here. He'll get gushed up. Nice mana burn onto Simba. He doesn't have enough for a Ravage. He does have a cheese, however, but Ravage is on cooldown. BKB pop from Illidan. They're going to look to go into Kuroki here. Kuroki cannot get off his BKB in time. He goes down. He has no buyback here. Down for 120 seconds. Will they be able to do it? Only one T4 is up. Simba does not have Ravage or Refresher. He will BKB, but they're going into the T4 here. Glyph is going to be popped. However, there is an Exorcism. Jump forward from Simba. He's going to get cleaned up from this Eye of the Storm. They're going right into the Ancient with this Exorcism. Golblack's living armored up. He's going to get an overgrowth out. Illidan does go down. He's down for 124 seconds here. Scandal, will he be able to take out? There is no Glyph. Can he take the Ancients? Nice defensive Yule. They're right clicking into the Ancients. Will VPP do it? Na'Vi is eliminated from the Summit 2, and VPP is able to do it. Wow, what a game here, folks. 14% underdogs is NVMI, and my brother screaming his lungs out as he bet Arcanas on this game. Can you believe it? VPP is able to do it. They defeat Secret here, and what a value bet for all you risk takers, you trailblazers, and you eyebrow raisers. I am More H, please, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster, and this is the best game of Dota I have ever casted thus far in my career, guys. I'm gonna stop yelling in your ears. Fix headphones, please. What a game from VPP. I mean, if you say Secret through that one, you need to never watch a Dota game again. VPP playing their hearts out here, keeping that advantage with Illidan all game long. He picked up a Hex. It was a bit unorthodox. They kept S4 down. He was never able to get up his Hex. They used their buybacks properly. They let them take 2 lanes of racks. Oh, just unbelievable play from both teams. An hour and 9 minutes is the game. I am Maurice, please, your resident Canadian caster. Dota 2 caster. It was a pleasure to cast this one for you guys. Thank you so much. I will definitely be putting the VOD up ASAP here onto my YouTube channel, youtube.com/moreragepleasedota, please spelled PLZ. With this, Na'Vi eliminated from the Summit 2. VPP will make it through to the playoffs here, and Secret, if they are able to beat Balkan Bears Corleone today, will face off against PR. If not, if they lose to BBC, they will face off against VPP again in the playoffs. So they will have their choice more or less with how they play in against BBC here. Once again, guys, I'll just bring up that scenario for you quickly once again here. This is what we've got here. So we do have the top half as our 2 possibilities. Navi's been eliminated from the tournament. As you see, VPP defeats Secret here. And with BBC defeating Secret, Secret will face VPP again. With Secret defeating BBC, they will face Power Rangers in the playoffs. Nonetheless, PR and VPP are through. Navi's been eliminated by the loss of their former teammates, Puppy and Karo.